The Indiana Fever do it again. They go into Las Vegas, take out the Aces. They were in control pretty much this entire game. Now, I didn't start watching into the fourth quarter because I was following my Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly. Huge comeback win for them. But yeah, 89-73. And what I love about that fourth quarter was Kelsey Mitchell and Odyssey Sims being willing passers instead of being scoring first guards. The reason why that's so important is because right now the Fever lack in the playmaking department. Do I expect Mitchell and Odyssey Sims to fill in the gap completely for a Caitlin Clark and a McDonald? No, I do not. But what I love about that fourth quarter was they didn't get stagnant on offense. There were people cutting where Sims had this beautiful pass to Breonna Turner for, I think it was an alley-oop layup. And then you had Kelsey Mitchell being willing to pass the ball, cut, and then go around pin down screens to get open threes. She wasn't forcing it. And yes, I know you could look at it and go, well, they only had 3 assists each. But here's the thing. 1 turnover for Odyssey Sims. That's huge. 3 turnovers for Kelsey Mitchell. The total turnovers for the team is 10. That's where you want to be when you have a basketball team like this that is dealing with these injuries and you lack in playmaking. If you have Mitchell and Sims being willing to pass the ball first instead of scoring the ball, it makes your offense less predictable because the Aces can't sit there and go, okay, Mitchell and Sims are going to look to score. They have to consider both of them might be playmaking. They might be willing to pass the ball. If they keep this up and the Fever's defense continues to lock things down, they're going to go to the finals. And that's just crazy to even admit, but we got to give this team a lot of credit. They have dealt with so much injury. They have dealt with just so much adversity with Clark being out of the lineup, Eric McDonald being knocked out, Cunningham being knocked out. And then you just have so many other injuries. This team is so resilient. And I love it. I love the fact that I know the bench only had a total of 14 points, but you can't expect them to produce the same as they do at home. However, the energy's there, like Ariel Powers, 3 rebounds. Yes, she had 0 points, but that's good. Breonna Turner, given great minutes. She had a block. She was a plus 10, 6 points off the bench. Again, Timpson only got 4 minutes. I like to see Timpson get some more playing time because she's young, she has energy, and I like to see her out there a little bit more often. But man, Kelsey Mitchell, my goodness, she was incredible for the Fever. And I like the fact she stayed aggressive. You know, Asia Wilson, she had 4 blocks and she was pretty good at rim protection. The Fever just kept attacking. They weren't bothered by Wilson's rim presence. They just kept going at them all night, all day long. And credit to Kelsey Mitchell, who just stayed aggressive. She stayed poised. 12 of 23 from the field, 4 of 6 from 3. She was amazing. And she had one of those outings where it was 34 points. And you need that during this playoff run. You need Kelsey Mitchell to have games like this. I'm not saying she needs to always score 30, but if she's got to pick up most of the scoring load, then the Fever are going to need that to get a win. And here's the thing. Odyssey Sims was fantastic too. 7 of 13 from the field, 17 points. Both of them were plus 20. Lexi Hall, even though she only had 6 points, plus 24. Natasha Howard, 12 points, plus 18. Boston didn't play that well. She didn't shoot well. 3 of 9 from the field, but she played within the system. I love the fact that there were times where she had it in the high post. They were doing dribble handoffs, and it just created a lot of offense where Boston had 5 assists. So if you turn her into a playmaker, again, you unlock another element to your offense. You need to make sure you're maximizing your offense because you're very limited with the options you have available. So if you can maximize everybody's talent and then you challenge people like Mitchell and Sims to be like, hey, can you be willing passers? Look, I understand you want to score the basketball. We need to put points on the board. But if you can go into the game with a mindset of, okay, if I have an open teammate who's cutting like Alexi Hall, let's get them an easy layup, or Leah Boston. Let's involve our teammates. Then it opens up opportunities later in the game for Mitchell to go off, for Sims to go off. And that's how the Fever need to approach these games. If they can continue the defense they're playing, I mean, my goodness, the Aces never scored more than 19 points in this game. They were phenomenal. Wilson, 6 of 22. I know she has some missed shots, but also credit to Fever. Leah Boston was just great out there defensively on Wilson. And then if you can try to contain like Jackie Young, she got going, but Chelsea Gray, 5 of 12, only 13 points. If you can shut down either Gray or Young, man, you got a great shot to win this series. I know it's a long way to go, but what they're doing is remarkable to me. The Fever have been fantastic this whole playoff run. And no matter what happens next, they're playing with house money. They really are. If they lose the next 3 games against the Aces, oh well, no big deal. They have just done a great job of going past the expectations for them when everybody got hurt. So shout out the Indiana Fever. And man, if they get to the finals, fans are going to crash out. People don't like the Fever. They're going to be really upset. You're also going to see fans talk about, well, they can win without Caitlin Clark. But people don't understand that it's about styles. And the Aces, they're good, but not having Kelsey Plum is a huge loss. When she left this offseason, I think that does hurt your scoring because you have to rely more on Asia Wilson and Chelsea Gray to score the basketball and Jackie Young. But I think for the Fever, if they pull it out and get to the finals, I don't think they have a shot against the Lynx. The Lynx are just phenomenal and they're playing at a high level, and I think they're going to win the championship. But if you have an opportunity in the finals to win it all, do you consider bringing Caitlin Clark off the bench and having her play 12 to 15 minutes so she can run the second unit? Do you do that? Because you add another element of playmaking. If she can be effective for those 15, 20 minutes, she gets you some points, some assists, and it just makes an impact for the offense. It keeps things flowing. Maybe you consider that. And also you can give Mitchell a rest and she can come in the fourth quarter and take over those games. Something you have to consider. I don't think they will do it, though, in my opinion, because I think they'll look at the situation and go, look, we're playing with house money. We want Clark to be healthy next year. And they're getting a ton of playoff experience. Like, what people don't recognize is last year they lost in the first round. Lexi Hall was there, Kelsey Mitchell, and Leah Boston. Those are part of your core pieces. You add some more rotational pieces this offseason to add to this roster. But Boston, Mitchell, and Lexi Hall will be there next year, and so will Caitlin Clark. You get this type of playoff experience, it's only going to bode well in the future. And again, I'm hoping that Stephanie White has learned some things and she realizes, you know what? I got to run in transition. Like the Fever got 15 fast break points yesterday. So they're running in transition. They're pushing the ball. And you need to play with more tempo. As long as the Fever play to their style and you can implement defensive strategies, that's fine. But recognize what you have on offense if you're Stephanie White. Maximize Caitlin Clark. Because if she can play free and get that team going, the Fever are going to be unstoppable. So shout out to the Fever. I am just so impressed with this playoff run. I know I said recently that I don't see them beating the Aces, but I would not be surprised if they do. The way they're playing, they just don't care, and they understand they're underdogs. It's a mentality they're embracing, and they just look so good. Kelsey Mitchell is unbelievable. Like, we can't say enough good things about her. And if Odyssey Sims is going to give us these games where she's really good from the field, and again, like, I know she doesn't always shoot well from the field, but she's willing to pass the ball and be a playmaker. That's huge. That's what the Fever need, especially when they lack in that department. Because if you don't have a point guard, it gets really dicey out there. We don't have a point guard who can run the offense because things can get sloppy. So shout out to the Fever, 10 turnovers. Hopefully in game 2, they can keep it close. I don't know. The Aces might really have a huge response. Wouldn't be surprised. But to go home 1-1, if that's the case, they're in a great position to get to the finals. We shall see how it all plays out. Hope you guys enjoyed this video today. I'd love to hear your thoughts about the Indiana Fever's Game 1 victory. And how do you think the series is going to play out? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.